Damn. 4.8 million merits. He took a total of 1.2 million deads. What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and yes, you guys saw it right. Jason got zeroed. All right, some of you guys are probably like, it's not zero if he gets down to 55, unless he gets down to 55 million power. Look, listen, to me, if they burn through your wall, I mean, you got zeroed, bro. Controversial, I know, but I think if you are, what is he, 270 million power player, gets down to 100, and I think he said 116 million power, yeah, you're pretty much zero by definition. Although some of you guys may fight me to tooth and nail saying, nah, 0 to 0, like you got nothing left. But I mean, I get it. I can see either way being argued. But however, nonetheless, they did burn through his city wall, I think like 6 or 7 times. And I'm sure WB found it satisfying to rally Jason, especially add a little cherry on top at the end of the season. So we will be going through all the reports and everything, and you guys can see how everything did against his city. So here we go. Damn. 4.8 million merits. He took a total of 1.2 million deads. Right, so he's gonna get 50% back, which is gonna be like 600k troops back from this rally specifically. I think his troop total loss this season was like 5 million. Let's go ahead and look at some of his stats real quick before we fully go into that. So if you guys see Jason, he is the #1 player in terms of taking deads. 42.8 million deads. Yeah, that's insane, bro. Especially with, I think someone bought Toxic's account or he gave it away. I don't know, but the Toxic account migrated out of TFS like a week ago, I believe. So yeah, keep an eye out for wherever that account is. 15 million infantry on that account. But anyways, going into the first report, guys. He had a Magro Kuma on his wall. I believe he said by the time, so he was offline when they first started to rally him. And then by the time he logged onto his account, he was at like 116 million. So WB was cooking, guys. I'm not going to lie. So here we go. Magro Kuma versus the Quankuma rally. We go into the statistics. Let's go ahead and turn the camera off here. Bang. You can see here he didn't have a pet on his wall, so ripped there. They were able to get into it. Well, 1.7 million kills for the Moon Bear. What was the total here? 95k deads for Jason, 94k deads for them. All right. Enough you can see there's like a swarm towards the end there. Okay, moving into the next one. I believe, let's see, or was there multiple, or was it just one rally here? I think it was just one. Yeah, so that was just one. So the next one, 361k deads to 626k deads for them. He took 2.5 million severely wounded to 1.4 million severely wounded there. Same thing again, Amagro Kuma. I think Jason had a pet this time. Nope, no pet still. 5.8 million Moon Bear kills. Jesus. War pet skills from where? He has 830, but there's no pet there. What? Hello? Yeah, still 625 k deads for them. 361k deads for Jason there. 2.5 million severely wounded. 1 million severely wounded for WB on the Quankuma. Yeah. All right. Yep. Still nothing. Moral of the story, guys, even if you're a Kraken, make sure you have a damn pet on your wall. Okay, boom. I think that's when he finally woke up. Man, that Quankuma cook cities, man. Such a good rally, man. It's 100% the meta, which is the Quankuma, is even for cities, right? Because when you look at Kuma's first skill, guys, when you look at Kuma's first skill, drains. Okay, then let's go ahead and hover over drains. Drains means reduces the target's HP while increasing the Legion's HP. The Legion can gain an HP bonus of up to 50% by draining the target's Legion and up to 100% by draining the other Legions near to the target. The target Legion's HP can be reduced up to 50% via draining, and others Legion's HP can be reduced to up to 30% via draining. So with this draining effect, that means 50% of that city's HP is getting drained. So you can be a Jasongee, you can be a freaking Toxic, you can be a Bodhi, McBoatface, right? It doesn't matter. They're draining 50% of your HP. And personally, one of the metas that I have seen when it comes to even city rallies or even Garrison, you gotta do the one rally meta, filling that one rally. Specifically, if they have a Kuma in that Garrison, whether that's a city or a Garrison, you don't want to buff up that Kuma, right? So yeah. Uh, yeah. You want to make sure that that's what it is there, right? So you're draining 20% of that HP, so that's where that comes from. Anyway, so 433k for the Magro Kuma there, and then Quankuma there. So you might be wondering, how is it possible that Jason's pet is only doing 433k damage compared to 2.9 million damage of the Moon Bear on the other side? Now, the reasoning is very simple here, guys. If you look over the Moon Bear, okay, deals diffuse damage up to 3% of enemy legions within range, including the target. Deals 100% more damage when casted by infantry legion, right? When you look down here at the damage factor, rage skills, maximum 4,500, okay, when you see this here. So the Moon Bear scales based off the rage skills of the heroes, aka Magro and Kuma do not do the kind of hero skill damage needed to be able to scale that. However, Quan, on the other hand, does major skill damage, so the Moon Bear is going to be able to scale properly. So I do think that the Magro Kuma with the new pet is going to be meta when it comes to garrisoning, whether that's city or even in a bastion in terms of damage. And maybe, just maybe, for rallies, it's still going to be Magro Kuma with the Moon Bear. Maybe. Or potentially the new pet. However, I mean, I have been seeing a good amount of rally reports lately, and I guess this is kind of giving you guys an update on how that's looking. It does look like Magro Kuma, Mazrock for garrisoning, and then Quankuma, Moon Bear for rallying to do the damage needed, right? Maybe, though. We'll see. I believe Musin in either WAO or Rage. I forget what I mean. I think he has like 2 or 3 different accounts all over the place, or different people named Musin. I don't know. Someone correct me in the comments section, but he has a 3-star Mazrock already, so I can't wait to see that in action. So yeah, that's kind of the situation here of why that Moon Bear, I think that was a perfect opportunity to be able to explain to you guys why the Moon Bear is doing the damages that it's doing. It's just scaling off of Quant's hero skill damage, right? But yeah, so 188k deads for Jason, 351k deads for WB. Okay, moving on to the next one. About 50% you can see here, right? But they're still doing a lot more severely wounded to Jason, and that's because of the draining, man. So Magro Kuma again, 740k for Jason. For the Moon Bear, 2.4 million for the Moon Bear. You can see it's correlating off the Quans, right? So no hero skill damage, no big hero skill damage from the Garrison equals no damage for the Moon Bear, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. Master Rich apparently swarmed him by himself. Freaking Master Rich, 115k deads there. All right, next one, 178k deads to 302k deads. Okay, same thing here, Magro Kuma. Boom, boom, boom. And you guys might be wondering, why didn't Jason switch to um I think with a Magro Kuma, and if you have a Moonbear, I still think Magro Gorish is probably going to be better. I'll probably scale that Moonbear a lot better. Um, who knows? Who knows? I haven't really seen much of like a Magro Danfell, right? So yeah, I have seen WAO rally. I think it was Alibaba. I forget what it was, but someone had like a Magro Quan and it did not do well. um, But yeah, okay, and then the last one, Master Rich again. What the hell is this? Oh, just a farm. So I guess the last one was just a farm. It was probably just yeah. It was just Master Rich. I mean, he probably should only do like one, and that way he doesn't take 64k deads. But maybe he just doesn't care. Actually, yeah, I can tell you, Master Rich doesn't care. So yeah, so that's the case there. So yeah, so GG to Jason, GG to WB for taking on that challenge of rallying him. While we're at it, let me show you guys some more reports. Okay. Shout out to Red Arm from WAO. And I'll briefly show you guys some results from this. If you made it this far into the video, give you guys a little extra reports here, right? So okay, I believe it was this one here. This is one of them. Look at this, 183k merits for him. A bunch of rallies onto the pass. Honestly, I think I might just make this its own video. But if you guys made it this far, I'll let you guys watch this. Magro Kuma once again. They tried a bunch of different things, man. They tried a Gorish Kuma, right? They tried a Thalea Thunderlin rally with the Sapphire. Interesting. Should have been a Seraphic. Magro Kuma versus Quankuma, right? Boom. And then a Magro Kuma versus a Quan Danfell. Okay. And the Magro Kuma versus Danfell Kuma. All right. And then Magro Kuma versus Quan Danfell again. Okay. And then Magro Kuma versus Quan Kuma. Jesus. 10 million. Okay. Maybe it's a city garrison thing, guys. Maybe it's a city garrison thing. 10 million war pit skills. I think that's an all-time high, guys. Holy smokes. That's insane, guys. That is absolutely insane. And they both have fierce attack kits. They both have fierce attack kits on those Moonbears. Wow. Okay. Next, we got Magro Kuma versus a Gorish Kuma. Ooh, yeah, not meta. Yeah, not meta. I'm glad we saw that. Maybe a Gorish Quan could be a good science experiment. Maybe. Back to the Kuma. Bro, these are some insane deads. 3.8 million deads to their 5.4 million deads. My goodness. My goodness. But anyways, yeah. That's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage, especially an update on like what is meta, right? What is the Garrison meta? So we'll probably title this Jasongee gets zeroed plus rally Garrison update on the meta, right? So I'm excited to see people 3-star the Mazrock. I'm sure some people are pretty close. Jason is pretty close. I think like one or two other people already have it 3-starred, but Jason is probably going to be one of the ones that gets that a little bit more cracked. I think we saw Quan, like he's probably getting pretty close to getting it 3-starred as well. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video. It definitely helps us out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, and you don't want to miss on any of these updates with the metas, because you already know, man, we look at everything, man. We look at everything. So make sure you guys don't miss out on the updates, okay? Hit that sub button, turn on that bell notification. Lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Until next time, it's your boy Guns, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.